Hi Year 4, I would like you to practice Chinese grid method for multiplication for your homework this week. Next week we're going to be doing it in the classroom and I'd like to push you on to harder and harder calculations. So it'd be handy if you practice this week by watching this video. We're going to do 2 digit by 2 digits, so you need to draw 4 boxes, 2 across and 2 down. The next thing you need to do, if you remember from last term, you need to draw diagonal lines. So I've done them in purple here so you can see really clearly. So you need to divide each box in half from the top right to the bottom left. It's really good if you leave a little tail here coming off the edge so that when you write your answers down here, it's clear what slide your answer is in. The calculation that we're going to practice is 12 times 14. So the first thing that you need to do is write those numbers in the middle of each box. So you don't need to partition, you can just write 12 as digits, put your multiplication sign, and then 14 goes down the right hand side. Make sure that your numbers are in the middle of each box, whether that's at the side or at the top. Then you need to answer each calculation. So you go down and across to read the calculation that you're being asked. So 2 times 1 is 2. No tens from 2 units. The top of each box is your tens and the bottom of each box is your unit. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. And 1 times 4 is 4. Now that you can see, each of your slides that you've made has got different digits in it. So your next job is to add those digits together and put your answer in this little bottom section that you've made here. In this slide, you've just got the number 8. In this slide here, you've got 2, 0 and 4. So if you add those together, you get 6. In this slide here, 0, 1 and 0. So you just have the number 1. And this little corner slide, you don't have anything. You just got a 0. Now to find your answer to the question, you just have to look at the answers at the bottom of your slide. So if you've got a 0 to start with, that's just a placeholder, so you can ignore that one. And then if you go around your answer, you can see that 12 times 14 is 168. We're going to try a more complicated one now where you cross the tens barrier, and I'll explain what that means in a second. So we're going to do 38 times 24. I've already written them in the right place. So 38, put your times, and then 24 down the side. So you're going to answer each of the questions just like we did before. 8 times 2 is 16, so 1 10 and 6 units. 8 times 4 is 32, so that's 3 tens and 2 units. 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 4 is 12. This time when you add them up, we're going to take care in case any of these add up to over 10. So in this slide you just have 2. You always start from the bottom right corner. Here you've got 6, 3 and 2. So if we go 6 and 3 is 9, 10, 11. Now we've got a number that's bigger than 10 here. So we put our units down, 1 unit, and we move our 10 into the next column, just like you do when you're doing column addition, when you carry it over to the next column. So 1 unit and then 1 10 in the next column, and then you use that to add up. So 6, 7, 8, 9. And 0 in this one. Then you look at your answer. Again, 0, we don't have to include it. So we circle it here, and we can see that 38 times by 24 equals 912. Always remember, when you've used a method like this, go back to your original question and write the answer in separately. Don't just circle that and think that that's the end of the calculation. I want to see the answer in the original number sentence at the top. So have a go at the ones that I've set you as homework, and then bring them in next week, and we will continue going further with this type of method.